All right, guys. This is one of my favorite moves, and the reason why it's one of my favorites is because it's a move people don't usually think they're going to tap to. It's a pretty basic move. It's one of the first moves you even teach kids. It's the Americana from side control. Okay, so I'm on side. First thing I'm going to do, first thing I'm going to do is have my underhook. Make sure I have my underhook. Okay, if I get the underhook, first thing I'm going to do is hide my arm behind my head. Okay, once I hide my arm behind my head, he can't get his elbow back. All right, so his arm's stuck. And with it, I can do what I want. I can do razors from here that are good threats. But a lot of times, I'll control his neck, right? And I'll put my hand down like this, kind of under my chin a little bit, and make it so he can get his arm out, but only one way. Okay, is doing this. So I give him a way out, make it look like it's a mistake, and then I hang my wrist over his wrist. This is where it's different. A lot of people want to grab it with their hand or even like this. I go wrist over wrist, and then I make sure that my head goes on top of it, and my other wrist bends over my arm. My head pins the wrist to the mat, and then I pull the elbow back into the ribs. So all my body weight is going onto that wrist, and I'm able to finish. So, not my hand, because my hand, he can just straighten his arm out easily. But this, he's stuck. My head added, can you straighten your arm out, Sonny?
Nope.
No way, right? We finish. So, that's a really surefire way to get the Americana from side control. Just trap that arm, let them out, and take the count.
Okay, guys. I think I know how to beat Robbie. I just learned this really cool Americana, and I'm going to try it right now. Let's see what happens. So, what did he say? He said get here, bring my hand over here, catch her. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Tap. Wait a minute. I thought you said that worked.
Here's the counter, guys. He's got my hand trapped, right? So he gives me a way out. If I just bring my arm out and it's way far away from my body, I don't have any strength to fight him. Especially if he hangs his wrist over mine. There's just no way I'm gonna get out of it. So what I'll do is I'll go for his bait, but I'll bring my head underneath so I have some more leverage. My arm isn't as extended away from my body as it would be here. So I get to this, and now look, I have my shoulder and literally my hips are into it, and I catch. Now I bring his elbow into his hip pocket, and I get the tap. I'm literally crunching, and I'll get the finish here. Now, interesting fact, if Sonny gets caught in here and he finds it early, all he has to do is jump over. And there we go.
Yeah, I'm being good again.
And then it was good again. But this is sort of like a way that I'll create a scramble when I'm in that terrible spot. You know, underneath, he's got my arm trapped. You know what? Screw it. Let me give it to him. And I give it to him, but I give it to him at an angle that he's not expecting. So, and I get my head under it, and I get kind of my hips behind it, and I'll get the crank. If this is one where you get a frantic tap. But if he recognizes what I'm doing and decides to counter that and just give me the Americana, he can time jumping over and probably take my back. But it's a fun little transition.